Up next is the Geraldine Bulldogs and Coach Michael Davis. And Coach Davis is third year at his alma mater. Coach, it's good to see you again this year. I know you're excited for the football season. I know these guys are excited. So I don't know if you want them to introduce themselves or you introduce them, but would you do that and then make some comments on the season coming up?
Absolutely. We'll let these guys introduce themselves starting down here.
Jackson Colvin.
Carlos Mann, running back, class of 2024.
Caleb Spears, center. Kobe Hill, senior, linebacker.
River Walling, outside linebacker.
Yeah, these guys up on the stage, they're all seniors. They're 5 of the 15 that we have. I believe it's the largest class that we've ever had. These guys, I've been very fortunate to be around these guys since they were all freshmen. I've seen all of them grow in all aspects of their life. It's a very special group to me. They mean a lot to me. They've done nothing but everything I've asked since the moment that I've been around them. From leadership, these guys have developed into leaders that we've needed, that's been missing. And you saw it last year. These guys, I use them as resources on the field and off, as well as off, as far as mentoring younger players. It makes my job a whole lot easier. They'll pull players aside. You know, they show them the way. These guys, those younger guys on the team, they're very fortunate to be around all 15 seniors that we have, because they want nothing but the best for those younger guys, and it's paving the way for the future. And it's showing the younger guys what it means to be a leader, starting with them.
Coach, just a couple of things this morning, then I'll pass the microphone. Talk about expectations, because I know expectations are big in and around Geraldine this year, going into this season. And also, what do you feel like is the strength of this football team? And it may be that senior group.
Yeah, I'll talk about the second thing first. The strength of this football team really is culture, our culture. And, you know, a lot of people use that word, but culture simply is connecting people. You know, you can have a good culture or a bad culture, you know, regardless. You know, you have a separation of your room and players, or you can be connected in a deep way. And these guys right here, I mean, you go anywhere, you go to the local restaurant and you may have 20 guys in there. You know, when they had the option to go their separate ways, they truly love each other. It's truly a brotherhood, and just simply connecting all these guys together, you get that, and you get, you know, when adversity hits, they understand what it takes to get through it together. So I would say the strength of our team really is culture. I mean, beyond scheme, beyond an individual player, it's just, I know when we step on that field or off the field, they're always going to have each other's back, and they're going to protect our brand. We're big on that. And to answer your first question, the expectation really is to be the best version of ourselves week in and week out. You know, and Coach Pruitt hit on it, how tough. I mean, I ain't got to sit up here and tell you how tough our region is. And the teams that we play, I can go down and tell you, you know, our week 0 game, they were one play away from playing for a state championship. Our week 1 game, 2A state champion. You have the 3A semifinal teams. You know, you had Piedmont, that was the state runner-up. I mean, we played the best in the state. There's some really good football on our team. So we focus on what we can focus on, and that's being the best version of ourselves week in and week out. And we go from there, you know, and you blink and it's week 10. You know, we all play into November this year, the first week of November, week 10. And when we get there, we'll see where we're at.
Well, Coach, you talk about the region schedule, and, of course, starting out with Coosa, that's going to be a battle, of course. But, you know, this prepares your football team for down the road. Now, I know the expectations are high for this football team, but, you know, you guys were right there in the game against Sylvania. Guys, I want you to comment on this. How has that motivated you this year? Because the opportunity was there to win that football game and be playing in that semifinal.
Is that for me first? Okay, I'll go first. You know, I mean, and you said it, you know, the expectations and how far these guys got. But I'll say this. We're at a point now with our team. We are at a point now to where we went from expecting to play teams close and having a chance to expecting to win every game we play, regardless of who we're playing. That's the difference between 2 years ago, 3 years ago to now.
It never feels good to lose, but we're just going to keep doing what we've always done. We're going to work hard at practice, work hard in the weight room, and give our best every day and try and get back to that point and get even further.
It really motivated me because I had went down in the second quarter right before halftime. I really feel good about this year. I feel like we're a lot more focused and locked in. Just can't get complacent.
It really showed me what I needed to work on as a player myself, and it showed me where our team could be.
Piggybacking off what Carlos said when he went down, that just like we needed to get there, and we just needed to keep doing better.
It motivated me because it gave me a taste of what it's like to get deep in the playoffs, and I see that we can go further.
My questions to both of you gentlemen, Calvin and Carlos. Both of you guys were battling injuries last year. You got hurt early on with, I think it was an ankle, wasn't it? And then Carlos had a freakish injury when he was basically about to score a touchdown. What has that done for you in a positive way? God's plan is bigger than our plan, and sometimes things happen for a reason. Could you guys two speak on that?
So after injury, you always want to come back, but I feel like after injury, I wanted to come back better, but it just kept lingering throughout the season. And this offseason's really helped. It helped heal my ankle and camps, all that good stuff, practice, weight room. So, just coming back better after an injury. So.
Mine was just really, it was frustrating at first. People were questioning if I was even going to come back the same. So really when I was down at my lowest, I had these guys on my side, really picked me up. Just got in the gym, got in the weight room, we just got to work. Really didn't think twice about it. So.
Gentlemen, for the players as well, I get to talk to Coach Davis, and one of the things that I've picked up on him, and even I'm old enough now, I called his senior game his senior year, so that makes me feel real old. But Coach, I know is all about you guys coming together, bonding and brotherhood, and that's not something that he can force upon you. That's something that you guys have to do yourselves, and you've really talked about it a little bit here this morning, picking each other up when the other's down. But how have you guys kind of taken that to the extreme this offseason? I know some of you have gone to individual camps, but how have you really tried to force that to come together and to gel and be a little bit more of a brotherhood rather than just another Geraldine Bulldog football team?
I mean, it didn't happen in just 1 year. I've grown up with these guys. I've been through a lot with these guys. We played football since we were in 7th grade together. So it didn't just happen overnight or just in 1 year. It's kind of been building throughout our football career and even further than that.
I don't know if many of you know, but we have a team camp where we staying out at the field house. And, we really just enjoy ourselves. It's not just about football then. We go out and we do fun stuff and we just talk, play games, we do whatever. And I just feel like when Coach came, when he came, it brought us all together. We really learned what a brotherhood was, and before we really didn't have that. But when he came, he really kind of brought us all together.
Like Coach said, just after practice, going out to eat with the team, all that. During practice, pulling kids aside, helping them do what they need to do. It just brings us together.
Yeah, like just after practice, eating, and then the team camp, we really get to bond right there. And it's like, it just really helps the team build a brotherhood.
It's just a really big family.
Coach, I think you had a program-changing win, I would say, against Mars Hill last year, who a lot of people had as the favorite to win it all. And then you did one classical dance, my friend, that went viral. How special was that to host that game, get that win? That had to change the perception or thoughts of people's head that Geraldine had arrived, in some aspects at least.
First off, I need to work on my dancing skills. And just talking about that, is that something I wanted to do? Absolutely not. But it's all about the players, and it's always been about the players. I tell these guys all the time, it's not about me. It's not about me. It's not about them. We always talk about having a servant's heart, and that's really big for me. That's things that aren't always flash. It's not always pretty. People don't know what you do. But it's not about me. And if it's important for these guys and it gives these guys excitement, you best believe I'm gonna dance because it's important to them. To answer your second part, Bo, I'm not sure if anyone outside of our building believed we could win. And we've been in that, and we're very fortunate because these guys have been part of that several times over the last few years. And they've defied the odds. And I tell them all the time, outside of our room, you got to understand there's going to be people when you're winning. When we start losing, if we start losing, you're all you got. So we got to protect our brand. When we leave our place, we got to protect our brand. And we're gonna, regardless of if we're doing good or bad, and adversity hits, we're gonna be positive. We're gonna continue moving forward and press on. And these guys have faced so much adversity on and off the field the last 2 years that I'm not sure if I could even handle at their age. I'm not talking about football. I'm just talking about different things. And they sit here and they tell you all these things that's made them close as a group, but I really think it's a combination of things that has happened to them that's made them grow closer together. That it's made them grow closer together, and things, losing people in our family and things like that. I think that's truly what's got them together. And when you get a group of guys that are really close together, and we talk about it all the time, being mentally tough. I firmly believe you can't be physically tough until you're mentally tough. There's no way, if you're not mentally tough, there's no way you can get put on that football field and be a physical guy. There's no way. Because mentally, you have to prepare yourself to go up and block someone or to tackle someone. Mentally, you have to have that mindset. So there's no way. So we preach mental toughness all the time, regardless of whatever it is. So these guys, they got it. They got a lot of grit, got a lot of toughness about them. I say it all the time, it's a different game these days, but I feel like these guys could have played in the early 2000s, the late 90s. They have that battle. They really do. Proud of them.
Coach, I want to wrap it up with you today. I was just sitting here thinking all the coaches that have come up, except I think Coach Van graduated in North Sand Mountain. Most of the coaches in DeKalb County, head football coaches, actually coached where they graduated. How special is that to you to be able to coach at Geraldine High School where you graduated?
It's very special, and we're very fortunate to have several assistant coaches that graduated from Geraldine as well. We bleed purple. We do. We truly do. And in today's game, with the transfer portal in college and some states high school and the NFL, all the trades, we're real big on loyalty, real big on it. And you go in our weight room, we have the alma mater on the wall. It's one thing we practice every single third Wednesday, right? Every single Wednesday, we practice the alma mater. We go and we stand on the sideline and we pretend the band's there, and we go stand in front of the invisible band and we sing it together. We prepare for every moment, and they're going to know it. So, and we fixed our alma mater. At the very end, there was a point where everyone would say GHS. We had to slow that down and do it the correct way. And, it bled into our school, and we started doing it right. It's very important, pride and culture in our school. I feel like athletics gives all of our players and coaches a platform to lead the school, and you see the culture of the school grow closer together because of athletics. These guys don't understand the impact that they're making on the younger guys or younger generations to come. I want these guys to be proud of where they come from, and come back 20 years later to make a difference, and make a difference and be proud to say where they come from. And, I want to get those invitations when they get married, when they have kids. I want them to come back to me and be proud of, the things that they've accomplished at Geraldine.
Thanks a lot, Coach. Thanks, guys. We appreciate you being here with us today, and good luck in the 2023 season to the Geraldine Bulldogs. Thanks.
Thank you, guys.
We'll get the Red Devils.